Dreams. Everybody has had them. Most of you have had one of the classic 3 dreams of falling off a cliff, failing a major exam, and the underwater temple dream where we all awaken an ancient eel shark anglerfish god by sacrificing a scuba diver. What do you mean you've never had that last one? Like, come on, this is a safe space. You don't gotta be embarrassed about what dreams you have. Like, look, I'll tell you about a unique dream I had to make you more comfortable. There was this one time where I dreamed I got attacked by a bird puppet and its mom in an infinite hallway, and it's been stuck in my mind for as long as I can remember. Apparently this wasn't a safe space, this is just humiliating. Hypnagogia Boundless Dreams is a game about exploring boundless dreams in first person with a tiny hint of platforming in the mix as well. It follows a pretty generic overarching story about collecting dream shards to wake up from a dream, but with that overarching story's purpose being that of a vehicle, it allows the visual design and individual story of each sub-dream to exist, making the story not something I can say is generic in a bad way, when that feels like the whole point. That said, the main story was still cool, had a good twist, and a bunny, so I won't spoil it. But I do want to say that when I played, I predicted what the twist was, implying I'm smart, implying you can probably trust my takes the rest of the video. Probably. So for a game about boundless dreams, let's look at what makes the game boundless and dreamless. I mean dreamful. To start, the title actually lies about being boundless, because there was invisible walls in this one section. But actually, it didn't lie, because the title was referring to the settings of each dream as boundless, not the game's literal bounds. And if we are talking about the setting, it's definitely true. Tons of variety is shown in each dream world, and not one of the dreams ever has much in the sense of visual parallels to the others. And if a dream happened to have a common setting like a cave or forest, the dev would always try to shift away from the default stereotypes of those settings, making them feel much more dreamlike and nonsensical. Though, even if the dev decided to keep these settings stereotypical, the use of PS1 style graphics combined with the lighting and visual effects keep each area extremely dreamy and surreal, making recalling the specifics of any area foggy, exactly how a real dream is hard to remember. This is also amplified if you have experience with any of the games, YouTubers, or general media that are referenced at many points throughout the game, since it's as though random parts of your memory are getting pulled into the dreams. Which might get you thinking, if the visuals and worlds are so intricate and dreamlike, that must also apply to the gameplay. But unfortunately, the gameplay is generic. It's just a simple run, jump, crouch, and interact button moveset that forces you to engage in these dream worlds exactly as intended. It's almost as though you're in a dream, just having to watch the stories of each level play out. Oh wait, that's actually perfect for this game because it's supposed to feel dreamy, so I guess it's not that unfortunate. And to be honest, I did leave out that a few of the areas change up how you move and play the game a lot. Yeah, you are grounded most of the time, but the game knows when to give you more varied movement options to minimize the walking simulator tag people place on the game, if you even consider that a negative thing. Man, with how much effort the dev put into making the gameplay and settings feel like a dream, it's almost as if these were real dreams brought to life. But what are the odds of that? The only time I've heard of that being a thing was with one of those Zelda game intro scenes being from a lead dev's nightmares. I wish I could ask the dev of Hypnagogia, because I bet if these are his dreams, he must have kept like a dream journal of some kind detailing what dreams inspired the game's dreams. Like, imagine if that was the case. I could compare them, probably make a whole video on the game, using that unique concept as a hook. But let's face it, if that was a thing, it probably would have been advertised on the store page more clearly, like maybe add in a reel in front of dreams here in the description. Okay, I'll stop stalling. Every single dream in the game is either directly recreated or heavily inspired by a real dream the dev had, which he details in his dream journal in the post-game level select hub. And reading through them, most are extremely close to what the final product was, with the space dream and mall dream being almost one-to-one. But that, along with the dev commentary put below each journal entry, recontextualizes the whole game you just played, making it feel oddly personal, which you don't really get from games in this way. Learning about this part of the game gave me a little whiplash though, because you first learn that each dream was based off a real dream, then that slightly gets backpedaled with some only being loosely based off of a real dream and not one-to-one, but then I realized that the blushing door that bullies you and reverse catfishes you into marrying her wouldn't have existed if bro stuck to the real dreams, so I got over it. Plus we can just say he was technically lucid dreaming, so they can still count as actual dreams. This concept floored me a little bit because I genuinely only played the game because I knew it was going to be a trippy low poly game with a relaxed tone, but what I got was a dream autobiography, which coincidentally I played right as I was having a bunch of my own dreams I kept remembering really vividly, and may or may not have been writing them down in an oddly similar way to the dev, which blew my mind even further. But unfortunately, by me saying this, all my convincing that the game is cool might be worthless, since I just revealed I'm heavily biased due to that lucky timing with me dreaming a lot right as I played this game. But I think I have shown off the game pretty well to like overcome my bias. But I didn't show one thing. You know, some games only have a few areas that are kind of ambient like this, but this game has a good bit. And most of the time, the way the atmosphere and the sounds mix and mingle with the visual design, it hits. Or maybe this is just in every game and I just need to learn how to turn off my HUD more. So, the game is good, and you will probably enjoy it even without my low poly dream bias. And I barely spoiled anything. I'm pretty sure there's like 2 worlds, or like 3 worlds I didn't even include in the background footage. So dude, you got so much stuff to look forward to if you go and play this game. And if that didn't convince you enough, I got another way to describe it to you. So, in other words, the liminal awe, this kind of reminds me of the Backrooms awe game is good. And if you enjoyed the video, you might possibly be one of my subscribers, but more likely if you liked it, you are a member. So thank you for all the continued support. And if you don't fit into those categories and you still liked the video, you know what to do.